Alright, so I just reviewed my last video. I'm on a van life nomad kick right now. And so I can see how people would be thinking, well, that's, they wouldn't like my videos of when I'm talking about what is a nomad? What is van life really? Because I'm challenging the idea that the person that's got $300,000 in the bank and is driving around in a $50,000 van claiming they're a nomad, that's not a nomad. And some people don't like this. And the reason they don't like this is because YouTube has told them that this is what a nomad is. A nomad is somebody who has a YouTube channel that's bringing in 3 figures or 6 figures a year, that's bringing in like $60,000 to $150,000 a year doing their YouTube channel, and on top of that they get a social security check, and those are the experts on what a nomad is. And so when I'm telling them this, when I'm saying that's not a nomad, that's a fucking fraud, it's a shill, and everything they say is now a fucking turd falling into my dream, And these people that they don't like that I'm saying that, because they're looking to these so-called nomads that are with YouTube channels, is that's what a nomad is. And that somebody that has $300,000 in the bank and a $50,000 fucking van is a nomad. And I'm saying, no, that isn't. So since there are going to be people that disagree with me, well, now it's like, now we have to define what is a nomad. What are we talking about when we're talking about a nomad? Because if there is no like criteria, if a person with $300,000 in the bank and a fucking $50,000, $75,000 van that they're driving brand new or whatever is a nomad, well, then why wouldn't Trump be considered a nomad? Trump is a fucking billionaire. I mean, he's traveling way more than a nomad is. He's flying over here, he's flying over there. What about Bill Gates? Master Gates. Master Gates is a nomad. He's flying to Africa. I mean, it's nomading. They're just nomads. So what the fuck is a nomad when you're talking about a nomad? Oh, well, a nomad is someone that, if a person has $300,000 in the bank and they're driving a $50,000 van, that doesn't mean they're not a nomad. Well, a person that was born with a silver fucking spoon in their mouth that brings in fucking $1 billion since the day they were born a year, and is flying to fucking France, and flying to fucking Canada, and flying to Israel, and that's also a nomad then. Well, just anybody and we're all just nomads. Do you see how fucking stupid that is? It's fucking stupid. That means that the word nomad doesn't mean anything. That means that the word nomad has been subverted by people that have money. Oh, I have $300,000 in the bank. I drive a $50,000 van, and I'm a nomad. Look at me doing my nomad videos. My channel is called Nomad Awesome Guy, and I'm living in my van, and I'm driving around, and I'm videoing it. Therefore, I must be a nomad. How come Trump or anybody like him isn't considered a nomad? They're fucking traveling like fucking 100 times what your fucking average nomad is. Why wouldn't they be considered a nomad? Well, the reason that he's not a nomad is because, let's see. Why isn't that a person like that a nomad? Well, that's a good question. Yeah, that is a good fucking question. What are you talking about when you're talking about van dwellers and nomads? Well, a van dweller, well, what if Trump just had a van? What if Trump had a fucking Tesla van designed that had everything you could, it was the Trump van. And it was the Trump van. And it was so awesome and so fucking badass that Trump just decided, I would rather just live in this van. I would just rather just live in this Tesla designed Trump van that has gold fucking, that has fucking solid gold fucking rims and a fucking gold seated toilet with and everything. It's like it's way better than even living in a house. I don't even want to live in my house anymore. I want to live in my Trump van. And so now I'm living in my Trump van and I'm driving around and I'm just living in my Trump van. Therefore, I'm a van dweller. I'm Trump living in my Trump van, and I've got like fucking, I'm practically a trillionaire, and I really love living in my Trump van. Therefore, I'm a van dweller. Let me show you what van life is like. Fucking, dude, like, what are we talking about when we're talking about a van dweller, van life, nomading? Where is there, is the lines is there a line? Is there any discernment as to what exactly it is that we're talking about when we're talking about a nomad? Why isn't some rich cunt who's fucking traveling all over the place in his private jet considered a nomad? He's traveling. So again, what are we actually talking about here? This is this is language manipulation. This is just another way that they're using words to fuck your head, to fuck you in your fucking head every day, all day long, any way you can. Oh, you could try. So we'll just stop watching nomad videos for a while then, because he's making kind of a good point, and I don't want to like admit it to anybody, but you know what? That is kind of weird. So I'll just watch something else. What's going on with politics? There's some other distraction, but. You see, this is all spellcasting, all these words. Nomad, van dweller, homeless, hobo. These are all fucking lies. All these words it's all fucking spellcast designed to fuck you in your fucking head 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, forever. What is a nomad? What is a van dweller? What is a hobo? What is a phobo? What is a fake nomad? What is a fake van dweller? Why don't we consider a fucking trillionaire who's flying all over in his fucking private jet? Why don't we consider him a nomad? What are we talking about? Is anybody even clarifying or asking these questions? What in the fuck are you talking about? What is this channel talking about when they're talking about nomads and nomading and van life? What do these terms even mean? Again, let's go back to Trump, the Trump van with solid gold fucking rims, a gold fucking toilet, all of the amenities you could like it is so awesome. It's way better than living in a mansion. And so Trump is just living in a van. So therefore he's a van dweller. And he's going to teach you all about van life. Let me show you van life. This is what van life is like. I have a Trump van, or whatever. Like, where's the line here? Where's the line? Is a person that has $300,000 in the bank driving a $50,000 van a real? Is that real van life? Where's the definitions here? Or how do you define what is what and what isn't? I would say no. I would say someone who's got $300,000 in the bank and has a fucking $50,000 van that's trying to tell me that they're gonna teach me about van life. Like, no, not a chance in fucking hell. I lived on the fucking street eating out of dumpsters for 10 fucking years. And I got some cunt making $50,000 a year off a YouTube channel teaching me how to live in a fucking van. Absolutely. Like, they're a nomad. They're claiming themselves a nomad and a van dweller, bringing in $50,000, $70,000 a year off their YouTube channel, their nomad van life YouTube channel. And they're teaching people what van life is and what nomad life is. Like, I would have more respect if Trump had a Trump van and just started trolling the internet with a van life channel Like look at Nomad Trump with this van life fucking showing you. I have way more respect for that than I would someone who is $300,000 in the bank and driving a $50,000 van and trying to claim that they're a van dweller and a nomad. I have way more respect for like someone like Trump, especially if he were to do that. I would think that would be epic trolling, like to troll all these fucking fake nomads and fake van dwellers and just build a Trump van, have Tesla design and build a Trump van, and then have Trump put a channel, a van life nomad YouTube channel, and he's driving around in his fucking Trump van with the solid gold rims and the fucking all the amenities and everything, and he's just saying, dude, this is so much better than living in my mansion. Let me show you guys how to live in a van. Way more respect. Way more respect. I'd be like, fuck Trump, get him, dude. I'd be fucking sending him money. Like, dude, keep it up. Nail these motherfuckers. Fuck these motherfuckers. These fake nomads and shit. Fuck them up. Get them. Get those motherfuckers. So, what is a nomad? What is a van dweller? What are these things? Why isn't the billionaire who travels constantly in his private jet not considered a nomad? See, I know the answers to these things. I know because I lived homeless, displaced, eating out of dumpsters for fucking 10 years. I was born into poverty. I grew up in poverty. Technically, I've been homeless most of my life. Technically. Which, that's a whole other thing. That goes into like, what does the government consider homelessness? How do they define all this shit? But by those types of definitions, I've been homeless almost all my life, if not all my life. I was born into poverty. I grew up in poverty. I lived on a fucking farm. By the time I was 5 years old, I was fucking irrigating fields with my dad. Siphoning fucking, and irrigating fields. By the time I was fucking, dude, I'm just like I know, and I'm not making, I don't have my YouTube channel isn't bringing in all this money about shit that I know about, and all these fake channels that know nothing about any of this nomading shit. They're the equivalent of the billionaire flying around in a jet while they're claiming they're a nomad. Or living in a giant Trump van that's fucking gold-plated Trump van, claiming themselves a van-dwelling nomad. Like, fuck these cunts. Every last fucking one of them. And no, a person with $300,000 in the bank driving a $50,000 fucking van is not a fucking nomad. That is not van life. They could take $15,000 of that money and fucking buy a fucking acre of fucking property and take another fucking $20,000 of that $300,000 and build a fucking comfortable house, a tiny house, a very beautiful tiny house that's very nice, and a property that's very nice, grass, everything, their little tiny home. For like fucking like $70,000 of that $300,000, but they're trying to tell me they're a nomad, that's a van dweller nomad. No. So, and all these people that view these things this way, their perception is that guy's a nomad. That's a van dwelling nomad. That's their perception has been developed through decades and decades of indoctrination and brainwash, and that is just another sheeple NPC mindset, and it's everywhere. It's a hive mind mindset. It's like tons of people think that that's what a nomad is, and that's what a van dwelling nomad is, and it's like, well, okay. Talk about misinformation and stuff. It's like, but whatever, what does it matter? Because I am not that person. I am not that person with $300,000 in his bank account, driving around in a fucking $50,000 van, doing videos, claiming I am a fucking nomad and I'm a van-dwelling nomad. I am not the fucking, I'm not flying around in private jets. I don't have a Trump van that's a solid gold plated Trump van or any of that. I'm just a fucking human being who has experienced what I've experienced that appears to be a lot different than many, many, many people.